HTML classes. Let's learn second part. It is HTML elements. An HTML element is defined by a starting tag. If the element contains other content, it ends with a closing tag, where the element name is preceded by a forward slash as shown below. With few tags: start tag, content, end tag. Less than p greater than this is paragraph content. Less than p greater than. Less than h1 greater than this is heading content. Less than h1 greater than. Less than div greater than this is division content. Less than div greater than. Less than br greater than. So here less than p greater than. Less than p greater than is an HTML element. Less than h1 greater than. Less than h1 greater than is another HTML element. There are some HTML elements which don't need to be closed, such as less than img, greater than, less than hr, greater than n, less than br, greater than elements. These are known as void elements. HTML documents consist of a tree of these elements, and they specify how HTML documents should be built, and what kind of content should be placed in what part of an HTML document. HTML tag vs. element. An HTML element is defined by a starting tag. If the element contains other content, it ends with a closing tag. For example, less than p greater than is starting tag of a paragraph, and less than p greater than is closing tag of the same paragraph, but less than p greater than this is paragraph. Less than p greater than is a paragraph element. Nested HTML elements. It is very much allowed to keep one HTML element inside another HTML element. Example: less than doctype HTML greater than. Less than HTML greater than. HTML. Less than head greater than. Less than title greater than. Nested elements. Example: less than title greater than. Less than head greater than. Less than body greater than. Less than h1 greater than. This is less than I greater than italic. Less than I greater than heading. Less than h1 greater than. Less than p greater than. This is less than u greater than underlined. Less than u greater than paragraph. Less than p greater than. Less than body greater than. Less than HTML greater than. This will display the following result. This is italic heading. This is underlined paragraph. Next topic is HTML attributes. We have seen few HTML tags and their usage, like heading tags less than h1 greater than, less than h2 greater than, paragraph tag, less than p greater than, and other tags. We used them so far in their simplest form, but most of the HTML tags can also have attributes, which are extra bits of information. An attribute is used to define the characteristics of an HTML element and is placed inside the element's opening tag. All attributes are made up of two parts: a name and a value. The name is the property you want to set. For example, the paragraph less than p greater than element in the example carries an attribute whose name is align, which you can use to indicate the alignment of paragraph on the page. The value is what you want the value of the property to be set, and always put within quotations. The below example shows three possible values of align attribute: left, center, and right. Attribute names and attribute values are case insensitive. However, the World Wide Web Consortium W3C recommends lowercase attributes, attribute values, in their HTML4 recommendation. Example: less than doctype HTML greater than, less than HTML greater than. less than head greater than, less than title greater than align attribute example less than, title greater than, less than, head greater than, less than body greater than, less than p align equals, left, greater than this is left aligned less than p greater than, less than p align equals, center, greater than this is center aligned less than p greater than, less than p align equals, right, greater than this is right aligned less than p greater than, less than, body greater than, less than, HTML greater than. This will display the following result. This is left aligned. This is center aligned. Core attributes. The 4 core attributes that can be used on the majority of HTML elements, although not all, are id, title, class, style. The id attribute. The id attribute of an HTML tag can be used to uniquely identify any element within an HTML page. There are 2 primary reasons that you might want to use an id attribute on an element. If an element carries an id attribute as a unique identifier, it is possible to identify just that element and its content. If you have 2 elements of the same name within a web page or style sheet, you can use the id attribute to distinguish between elements that have the same name. We will discuss style sheet in separate tutorial. For now, let's use the id attribute to distinguish between 2 paragraph elements as shown below. Example: less than p id equals HTML greater than this para explains what is HTML less than p greater than, less than p id equals CSS greater than this para explains what is cascading style sheet less than p greater than. The title attribute. The title attribute gives a suggested title for the element. The syntax for the title attribute is similar as explained for id attribute. The behavior of this attribute will depend upon the element that carries it, although it is often displayed as a tooltip when cursor comes over the element or while the element is loading. Example: less than, doctype HTML greater than, less than HTML greater than, less than head, title greater than the title attribute example less than, title greater than, less than, head greater than, less than body greater than, less than h3 title equals, hello HTML. Greater than titled heading tag example less than, h3 greater than, less than, body greater than, less than, HTML greater than. This will produce the following result. Titled heading tag example. Now try to bring your cursor over titled heading tag example, and you will see that whatever title you used in your code is coming out as a tooltip of the cursor. The class attribute. The class attribute is used to associate an element with a style sheet, and specifies the class of element. You will learn more about the use of the class attribute when you will learn cascading style sheet, CSS. So for now you can avoid it. The value of the attribute may also be a space-separated list of class names. For example, class equals classname 1 classname 2 classname 3 style attribute. The style attribute allows you to specify cascading style sheet, CSS, rules within the element. Less than, doctype HTML greater than, less than HTML greater than, less than head greater than, less than title greater than the style attribute less than, title greater than, less than, head greater than, less than body greater than, less than p style equals, font family, Arial, color, #FF0000, greater than some text, less than p greater than, less than, body greater than, less than, HTML greater than. This will produce the following result. Some text. At this point of time, we are not learning CSS, so just let's proceed without bothering much. About CSS. Here, you need to understand what are HTML attributes and how they can be used while formatting content. Internationalization attributes. There are 3 internationalization attributes, which are available for most, although not all, XHTML elements. Dir, lang, XML, lang. The dir attribute. The dir attribute allows you to indicate to the browser about the direction in which the text should flow. The dir attribute can take one of 2 values, as you can see in the table that follows. Value meaning LTR left to right, the default value. RTL right to left, for languages such as Hebrew or Arabic that are read right to left. Example. Less than. Doc type HTML greater than. Less than HTML dir equals. RTL, greater than. Less than head greater than. Less than title greater than display directions less than, title greater than. Less than, head greater than. Less than body greater than. This is how IE5 renders right to left directed text. Less than, body greater than. Less than, HTML greater than. This will produce the following result. This is how IE5 renders right to left directed text. When dir attribute is used within the less than HTML greater than tag, it determines how text will be presented within the entire document. When used within another tag, it controls the text's direction for just the content of that tag. The lang attribute. The lang attribute allows you to indicate the main language used in a document, but this attribute was kept in HTML only for backwards compatibility with earlier versions of HTML. This attribute has been replaced by the XML lang attribute in new XHTML documents. The values of the lang attribute are ISO 639 standard 2-character language codes. Check. HTML language codes. ISO 639 for a complete list of language codes. Example. Less than. Doc type HTML greater than. Less than HTML lang equals. N greater than. Less than head greater than. Less than title greater than English language page less than title greater than. Less than head greater than. Less than body greater than. This page is using English language. Less than body greater than. Less than HTML greater than. The XML lang attribute. The XML lang attribute is the XHTML replacement for the lang attribute. The value of XML lang attribute should be an ISO 639 country code as mentioned in previous section. Generic attributes. Here's a table of some other attributes that are readily usable with many of the HTML tags. See the table and learn the tags. For more videos, like, share, subscribe to our channel Get Kudu Study.